Well, with a two flashback Saturday night, and I'm joined on the phone by a very special guest, vocalist, keyboardist, and founding member of the band Saga. With me is Michael Sadler. Hey, Michael, how you doing?
Good day.
Hey, good day, eh?
Good day, eh? How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to hear from you, and thanks for taking some time out. I know it's a busy night tonight. Saga is actually playing your first U.S. show in 22 years tonight at BB King's in New York City. And, I got to ask you, you said once that U.S. audiences are more excitable than the European ones. And so are you ready for tonight's show and for all the excitement?
Well, we've been rehearsing for 22 years, so I think we got it right. This means a lot to us. We haven't been in the States for that long period of time, and we can say there can be lots of theories why and that kind of thing. We got to shoulder a lot of the blame, but that's water under the bridge. I mean, we're pretty much ready to reinvade the States, so we're really looking forward to tonight.
Very awesome. You got 17 albums under Saga's belt. The latest one called Trust. And from what I understand, your spot sets, you're doing more of the songs from the new album than you used to do with the albums in the past. So, basically, what can the Saga fans here in the States expect during the shows?
Well, they can expect a cross-section of pretty much everything, as much as we can cram into an hour and a half. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have to play tonight, but we're trying to do as much of a cross-section as possible. But as you said, we're doing 4, possibly 5 songs from the new album. We usually do 2, maybe 3 tops, because generally when you get out and do a tour, it's pretty close to the release date, so people aren't that familiar with the new stuff, so you kind of limit it. But we just feel strongly about this record that the songs, especially live, these songs are coming off really strong live. So we're doing, as I say, 4, maybe 5 songs tonight.
That's awesome. Well, now we're gonna make you blush. We'll talk about some of the things that have happened to Saga over the years, and you guys have had a lot of accomplishments. You got your first Juno Award in 1981 for the most promising group. Your 5th album, In Transit, was the first live digital recording on CD by a rock band, and in 1982 you were the first Canadian band to perform behind the good old Iron Curtain, playing in Hungary. And then what I like, during a show in '97 in Germany, you guys were on stage with congratulations letters from the Canadian Prime Minister at the time and the Premier of Ontario, Mike Harris, for your musical achievements. And that's just a few. I mean, what more can we expect Saga to accomplish as a band?
Let's see. We could be ambassadors to Zimbabwe. I don't know. Let's just say, I mean, I'm a really lucky man. We're all lucky in the band, but I just consider myself a very lucky man to be able to do something that is your passion. And make a living from it, and I mean, quite literally, I wake up every day and I can't wait to go to work, as it were, and to be able to do that and sustain it for such a long period of time is something we couldn't have begun to imagine in 1977 when we put the whole thing together. So it's been a really good ride, and there's no signs of it stopping right now. I mean, we feel better now than we have in about 15 years. We're in a really good headspace right now. We're ready to do the States again for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, well, Worlds Apart was released here in the States in 1982, and the single On the Loose was all the way up number 3 on the Billboard's Top 100. And, of course, MTV was power rotating On the Loose and Wind 'Em Up. And, what was it like to finally break into the U.S. market back in the 80s?
Oh, it was great. It was huge at the time. And you got to remember that MTV... when we shot Wind 'Em Up and On the Loose, especially On the Loose, there really wasn't a venue for rock videos. Rock videos were fairly new at the time. I mean, someone said, "Let's make a video for the single," and we thought, "What do you mean a video? A music video to go along with it?" And it was all brand new, so we did it, and MTV was pretty much just starting out around that time, so consequently they didn't have a big library, so we were really fortunate because our video got played constantly because they didn't have a lot of other things to show. So, but the idea of breaking the States, I mean, it's everyone's. It still is the dream of a band because it is the largest market in the world. So when you find out you're getting some reaction in the States, that's big news. So we were really excited at the time.
That's awesome. I got to ask you, I'm a huge fan of Wind 'Em Up. Who's Aldo?
Oh, just the gambler in all of us.
Okay.
You know?
I didn't know if it was just someone you knew. I was like, oh, my God, poor Aldo standing at the table, you know.
Absolutely, it's Aldo is every man. I mean, anybody who gambles can relate completely. You know, he's selling the card just to go back to the casino and lose it all again.
And now that Niagara Falls has a casino, boy, I'm sure there's lots of Aldos up there.
Absolutely, it's Aldo Central up there.
Yeah. And you know, also everyone in the States would like to thank you personally for something that you did last year. You donated sales of your solo album Clear to the American Red Cross to help out the victims of Hurricane Katrina. And what prompted you to get involved with that?
I just felt I had to do something. I watched it go down, and it just touched me. And I thought, you know, apart from going down there personally and lending a hand, you know, what could I do? And it made the most logical sense for me to do that. That's
awesome. And here's a good question: what does Michael Sadler like to do to relax?
Not music. I'm a big sports nut. I mean, I play golf occasionally, but I'm really into NFL football. So,
oh wow,
you know, 6 months out of the year, I'm kind of jonesing for football again. So I'm kind of excited about the Dolphins this year because they got Dante Culpepper as quarterback. So
yeah,
could be a good season.
Who's your favorite hockey team?
I haven't I haven't been into hockey since I left Canada, which was many moons ago. So I'm so out of touch with hockey, I couldn't say.
Well, I'm a diehard Leafs fan. I mean, I know we never win, but
you have faith, sir.
Yeah, you know, I've been having faith for like how many? You know, what's it been, like 30 years since we won the cup? And
something so, yeah.
And now we lost Pat Quinn as our general manager, so it's kind of like, well,
I guess we're rebuilding.
yeah. You know, I'm ready to volunteer to be GM. I mean, you know, if you want to come up and help out too, that'd be great.
Hey, anything I can do, maybe PR.
Yeah, there you go. Now, as time goes on, where is Saga headed? I mean, I want you guys around for another, like, 50 years.
Well, I keep saying that I personally, and I probably speak for the band as well, but we'll keep doing this as long as it's fun. That's the bottom line. The day that I'm, especially from the live point of view, I mean, I'll still be creating music till I drop, I'm sure, but from the live point of view, the day that I'm in the dressing room and I'm not nervous, I'll probably start thinking about not walking on stage anymore, because at that point, indeed it does feel like a job.
Yeah.
You know, if I don't get the butterflies in my stomach, and it's just, if I start getting complacent about it and it's routine, it's not fair to me, it's not fair to the audience, so it's time to stop doing it live. But for now, it's exciting, it's fun, the passion is still there, and there's no sign of letting up right now.
That's awesome. Anything you want to say to your fans here in Pennsylvania?
It's been way too long, and we're going to make up for lost time. We're going to hit the States intensively over the next year.
We have a new venue right here in Reading, so we'd love to have you come play here.
We'll be there. I'll speak to the agents today, and we'll try and line something up.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time out. You got a busy show tonight, BB King's in New York City, and thank you so much, Michael Sadler of the band Saga, for joining us on the phone tonight.
My pleasure, sir.